and welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today we are going to do a 2-page layout using 3 colors, black, white, and gold. So I have this paper here, and I decided I wanted a strip at the top and the bottom. So I am just going to kind of distress it and figure out how much white I want in between. I am going to use that one photo there. And so I am going to kind of place that where I want it, and then I'm going to use this Vicky Bouton stencil with my Vicky Bouton, wow, just had a brain fart, Creative FX glaze. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Yeah, the Creative FX glaze in gold. And I didn't glue the papers down because I did kind of want to sneak some behind the paper and have it coming out from the paper. So because I used the glaze, I actually taped this video on 3 separate days. So this is day 1, and I would have kept going, but I needed the glaze to dry before I continued. So if the camera angles are just slightly off, I apologize, but that is why, because this layout was done in 3 kind of different sit downs. So here is day 2. So I'm going to complete this layout with everything is dry at this point. So I am going to tape those down. I did only tape on the very edge just in case I wanted to tuck anything else underneath that. So I'm just gonna, like I said, use black, white, and gold. So I backed the picture with the gold. I have these 2 Paige Evans kind of like sunburst tags that I'm gonna use. The black stands out on its own, but the white one kind of blends in too much. So I decided to back it with the gold glitter. You will see how I incorporate the gold glitter kind of into the layout further. So that is kind of an oops and a piece of scrap because I did mess up using the Cricut. That piece of gold paper was actually really super thick, and so the Cricut didn't cut through it completely. But I figured I would use it, you know, to back things and whatnot and kind of use it up. So I placed those sunbursts there, and then you can't really see it from here, but our shirts say girls just want to have sun. So this is from a girls trip to Florida a couple of years ago. And so I found the cut file and saved it, cut it out with the Cricut. I kind of wanted to see how it lines up, and so I grabbed my iPad and got into Cricut Design Space to kind of line it up. It is a little bit different than the actual cut file, which is fine. I kind of adapted it to fit into my space. So I glue all of that down, and then I got to decide, I have the sun that I could use. So I got to kind of figure out where I want to use it. And so I decided right there, that was kind of plain. I decided to place it there. And once I get all of those like rays where I want them, all I'm going to do is just glue them down. And I think move on to page 2. So page 2 started with the same day, or on day 2. However, I decided to use the glaze again. So that is why it took 3 days to complete this layout. That is just the scrap piece from the middle of page 1. And then I had that plain piece at the bottom, just another piece of scrap. So then I'm just going to use the glaze again, and just want it to stick out from the paper a little bit in the corners and whatnot. Not perfect by any means, and I'm trying to be okay with that, make it so it's not pristine. little bit of OCD kicks in when things aren't like perfect and completed like that one. But I'm trying to be okay with it. I like the way it looks with other people, so I'm trying to incorporate that into my layouts. And so I think I just do one more, maybe, on the corner. Yep. So that is going to complete day 2 for the layout once I get that done. And I come back on day 3 when this is all dry and finish the layout real quick. So I just placed that strip down the middle there and on the very bottom just to incorporate that paper on both layouts. And then I am going to crop one of the pictures down a little bit. A lot of cement and whatnot. I thought about making it a diagonal because the picture is kind of at a diagonal. I think I was going to try to straighten it a little bit, but it seemed too hard for me. So I decided to back that one with the black scraps that I had. And then, actually, I think I'm going to double back it. And I think I'm going to use the gold. I like to use as much of my scraps as possible. And that gold there had quite a bit. I mean, the whole Girls Just Want to Have Sun cut file was etched out, so that whole piece I could not use. But the rest of it I could try and finish up. I'm not usually a gold glitter person, but I managed to use that all up, and I decided just to place the pictures kind of how they are there. The paper came out of a Park Lane paper pad. It's all white, black, and gold. So I was just seeing if they had any cut-aparts that I could use as a title or whatnot. So I lined those up there, lined them up kind of at the top so they were even all the way across. And then, lucky for me, the One Canoe 2 sticker pads had a bunch of clear gold stickers. So this is a flower here. And honestly, I kind of wish I would have had those sunbursts down there because the flower is kind of out of place. But to be quite honest, I didn't want to wait for dry time again. So I put the flower down, and then they had all these little gold hearts. So I just placed gold hearts kind of all over the layout to fill in some places. And then I was kind of in search for a title or phrase or something for the bottom there. And I found this love. And I'm just going to finish that off with another gold heart once I find it. And then I had that kind of border strip thing, but decided it kind of looked out of place. So there I just placed a heart there, but I still wasn't very pleased with the top. There was just a lot of white space. And so you can see me kind of trying to figure out what to do. I went back to the book, and there wasn't really any paper that I wanted to use. I couldn't really do flags or tags or whatever because the sunbursts were on either side. So I grabbed out my other One Canoe 2 sticker book and did find a clear black sticker that said enjoy. And of course, you're on a girls trip. Of course, you're going to enjoy. So I placed that at the top just to fill in that space there. Find another gold heart. And I think that just about finishes it off. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys.